this is Munson with Munson Music. I'm going to talk about how you can play multi-viral by Calle 13. And there's a whole bunch of really cool licks actually through this tune. A lot of them you can embellish with power chords or even major chord shapes. We're going to start off kind of working on just that intro part. We kind of start off with 4th fret on the low E string to 6th fret on the low E. And you can do this as a slide, kind of 4th fret to 6, and then we play the 6 again. Or if you dig on this, you could do it as a hammer on from 4 to 6. And we do that twice, kind of that 4, 6, 6, 4, 6, 6. And then we go to the A string on the 6th fret with 2 hits, and then back to the 4 on the A. So we're in 4, 6, 6, 4, 6, 6, 6, 6, 4, 4, 6, 6, 4, 6, 6, 6, 6, 4, 4, 6, 6, 4, 6, 6, and then that last time we go 6, 6 to 8 on the A, and then there's this cool little lick where you do 6 to 8 as a hammer on, and then we play the 8 again, back to 6 on the A, 9 on the low E, 8 on the low E, 6 on the low E, and then we go back to kind of our 4, 6 hammer on, 6, 6 at the end. So we're in 4, 6, 6, 4, 6, 6, 6, 6, 4, 4, 6, 6, 4, 6, 6, 6, 6, 4, 4, 6, 6, 4, 6, 6, 6, 6, 8, 6, 8, 8, 6, 9, 8, 6, 4, 6, 6, 6. Now if you wanted to, you could make that even thicker actually, and by embellishing those notes with power chord shapes. So instead of starting on just the 4th on the low E string, A flat note, you could use an A flat 5 by putting the 3rd finger on the A string on the 8th fret and kind of work that for that main lick from an A flat note to a B flat 5, kind of doing 6 on the low E, 8 on the A string. So we have kind of A flat to B flat. Sounds a little bit thicker. And then from that 6 on the A string, we can do an E flat 5 by adding an 8th fret on the D string. And then we can take that shape and slide it down 2 frets to our 4th fret on the A, 3rd finger on the D string on the 6th fret for a D flat 5. So we have kind of A flat, B flat, A flat, B flat, E flat, E flat, D flat, A flat, B flat, A flat, B flat, E flat, D flat, A flat, A flat, B flat, and then E flat, and then for the F, we can take that shape and slide over to 8th and 10th fret for an F5, and then do that E flat F slide, and then back to the E flat, and then you can go to the D flat, but and if you dig on this, you can even do a 9th on the low E, 11 on the A string. That's kind of a slide back to a C5, kind of 8th on the low E, 10th fret on the A, B flat, and then the A flat, B flat at the end. So it's basically taking that lick that we started with as a single note lick, and if you want to make it thicker, you just add in that power chord shape. Challenging. You may want to kind of switch over on that lick at the very end to just single notes, but you could pick it back up on the power chords. See me kind of dig on that. 6, 6, 6, 4, 4, 6, 6, 4, 6, 6, 6, 6, 4, 4, 6, 6, 4, 6, 6, 6, 6, 8, 6, 8, 8, 6, 9, 8, 6, 4, 6, 6, 6. And we basically repeat that for our intro, and in our verse, this is a little weird actually. Sometimes it gets broken down, so we kind of leave off some of it. We just verses, and you might want to wait or add percussion. So we kind of leave off our E flat, D flat, kind of an idea through that part, through the verse. Otherwise, it's kind of like our intro, and we just kind of pick it up on our 6/8 tag, right? This is kind of like a little variation of that. And then from there, we go into our chorus licks. And our chorus kind of starts off with that same idea. You may want to add in percussion, kind of that 4, 6, but then we got extra 6s, right? 6, 6, 6, and then I'm killing the strings, and then taking the left hand and kind of killing the sound of the strings actually. To kind of get kind of a hit. And then from there, we kind of go from the A flat to the B flat, back to the A flat. And then we can do that idea again. A flat, B flat, A flat. And then we end up with a new tag. And now we're going 6 to the 8th fret on the A, and then 8 to 11 on the A, back to 8 on the A, 8 to 6, and then 6 down to 4. So that's a little weird there. 6, 8, 8, 11, 11, 8, 8, 6, 6, 4, 4. Kind of working that slide lick. And you could back that up with power chords. Or you might even dig on octave shapes. This could be kind of cool too. You could do the A string, 6th fret E flat note, and then take your 3rd finger and go to the G string on the 8th fret. It looks like the power chord, but I'm skipping over a string. And I'm actually kind of muting out the D string with my index finger so that I can get just those 2 notes. Take that leg of working the slide and try and kind of get that as almost an octave idea on that part. So through that chorus part, you'd have the A flat to the B flat, and then we do the A flat, B flat, A flat, and then back to that idea, and then we end with our tag. And then we end up with kind of like a little tag where you may want to kind of hit the B flat and maybe do a slide. Actually could be kind of a cool idea through that. And then you'll hear this cool effect in the guitar where you may want to take 10th fret on the high E as a slide and then go to the G string 7. With some crazy delay. Might be kind of a cool idea through that. And then from there, then we go back into our verse idea. Now randomly, you could also make these even thicker actually, in a lot of cases actually by using some even bigger chord shapes. So randomly, if you want to make this really thick on the A flat, you could do kind of a 1st fret bar, 2nd finger on the G string, 5th, 3rd finger on the A, 6th fret, pinky on the D 6th fret for an A flat major. And then our B flat chord would actually be kind of a minor, actually 6th fret bar, 3rd finger on the A, 8th, pinky on the D 8th for a B flat minor. The E flat major chord would kind of be a major chord, kind of bar on the 6th, 3rd finger of the D, G, and B on the A. D flat would be a major chord, kind of bar on the 4th, 3rd finger of the D, G, and B. And then for our hits at the end, you may want to do an F major chord, kind of working that as the 8th fret bar, 3rd finger of the D, G, and B on 10. And then on the octave shape, if you wanted to work it into the A flat from 11, this is weird, but it's that same shape. I'm doing 11th fret bar, 3rd finger with the D, G, and B on 13. Try and make that really, really thick. You can kind of make bigger chords. So on that first part, we'd have that A flat to the B flat. B flat, D flat, B flat, D 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 flat, B flat, E flat, F, F. That would be crazy on the C. Let's see, oh yeah. Yeah, you may want to use like a C sharp major there, or a D flat major into the C major. Wow, that'd be cool. So C major would be like an 8th fret bar, 2nd on the G9, 3rd finger on the A10, pinky on the D10. Back to the B flat minor. B flat. So that might be kind of crazy, but there might be parts where you really want to make things really thick. You're feeling it, right? But very cool to kind of try it that way. And then from there, then we'll be going into our chorus part. Now on the chorus, if you're digging on the bigger chords, it almost feels like almost kind of like a ska or dance idea there, kind of a bass up, 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 bass up, 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 follow the chords that way. Your bass notes for the B flat would be on the low E string. B flat, B flat, and then you might want to go to A flat for the bass. Back to B flat minor, A flat. And you could abbreviate this next part by doing the F with the A bass, and then the D flat on the A bass. Dig on that if you're kind of backing it out rhythm-wise, where it kind of B flat minor, B flat minor, B flat minor, A flat, B flat minor, A flat, and da 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 da, kind of an idea. But you may really dig on the licks through that part too. So on our chorus part, we kind of back that. Idea. B flat, B flat, A flat, A flat, B flat. So we kind of dig on that through the chorus part, and then from there, then we go into our bridge part, and our bridge kind of starts off with this other cool lick, where you could go 6 on the low E, 8 on the D, 6 on the D, 8 on the A, 6 on the A, and then 4 on the A 3 times. And then we play the 4 again to lead to 6 on the low E, and then we go 6 on the A as a bend, back to 4 on the A, and then 6 on the low E. So we kind of dig on that too. 6, 8, 6, 8, 6, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 6, 6, bend, 4, 6, 6, 8, 6, 8, 6, 4, 4, 4. 4, 6, 6, bend, 4, 6, 6, 8, 6, 8, 6, 4, 4, 4, 4, 6, 6, bend, 4, 6. Or you could kind of back that up with the B minor chord if you kind of dig on that. Oh, and actually I was really feeling this is kind of a 16th strum. Normally with one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns, and this is a little weird actually, the bass up idea we were just doing, the dance idea is kind of an 8th note idea. And what I mean by that is, like, if you're tapping your foot to the beat, right now we're dividing that beat into 2 parts, so they're down, down, up, down, up. Kind of 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns is a long down, 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 up, down, down, down. So it's a little weird. You can even take the B flat 5, for instance, just those 2 notes, and work kind of the down for 4 on the first beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then on the second beat, you do it down on 1, down on 3, up on 4. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, down, 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 down. And on the third beat, you do it up on 2, down on 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, down, 1, up, down, 1, up, down. And then on the last beat, you go down, up, down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, 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 down. So all together, you got down, 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 down. So you can kind of dig on that, or you can even make that the B flat minor chord. Idea, which would be kind of crazy there too. Or actually, a lot of the lead playing, actually, if you wanted to jam out over this, I was kind of laying in some videos for Munson jam tracks, and one was on pentatonic scale. And a lot of the lead parts, actually, I think kind of work off of pentatonic here. So you could play around with a B flat minor pentatonic scale by doing 6 to 9 on the low E, and then 6 to 8 on the A, 6 to 8 on the D, 6 to 8 on the G, 6 to 9 on the B, 6 to 9 on the high E. And you can try doing hammer-on ideas, pull-off ideas, slide ideas, could be cool, bends. So you can take some ideas and kind of mess around with them too, and that might even be cool around the chord too. strum there, then we go back to our chorus part. So we have to kind of... That's the basics of how you can strum through and work a lot of the licks, the multi-virals. So good luck.